Because if you, whether you vote for the Congress or the BJP or the DMK or the Anna DMK, the control remains the same with people, with these large corrupt corporations like Reliance. In Tamil Nadu now, coming to this current expose. See, in Tamil Nadu, all the DMK and the Anna DMK have decided that alcohol sales in Tamil Nadu must be allowed to increase, must be encouraged, because they feel it's a source of, great source of revenue. It doesn't matter if as a result of this alcohol abuse in the state, women are beaten up, enormous domestic violence takes place, enormous crime takes place, families are destroyed, women are destroyed, children are destroyed, but this must go on. But not merely, and not because the state revenue increases. The real story here is that the owners of some of the biggest beneficiaries of alcohol sales have been found to be people who are cronies of or benamis of the people who control the DMK and the Anna DMK. Tell you two specific examples. In Tamil Nadu, there is a company called Midas Distilleries. This was set up in 2002 by a gentleman called S. Vaikunta Rajan. I am sure that many of you have heard this name. This gentleman, in fact, I would say that this gentleman is perhaps the Reliance Industries or the Ambani of Tamil Nadu, who seems to control the DMK and the Anna DMK and these regional parties here. Now, this gentleman sets up this company in 2002. Clearly, it has a Midas touch. Midas was this mythological figure. Everything he touched turned into gold. Now, the question is, whose touch is turning this company into gold or their revenues into gold? Clearly, it is the touch of Miss Jayalalitha. In 2000 between 2003-4 to 2005-6, when the Jayalalitha government and the ADMK government was here in Tamil Nadu, the sales of this Midas distilleries increased from 12 lakh cases to 51 lakh cases just over a period of 2 years. And these are sold to the government, that is to this TASMAC, which is a government-owned company which purchases and thereafter sells all alcohol in the state. This Midas Distilleries is taken over by Shashikala and her relatives through a maze of companies in 2009. And between 2010-11 and 2012-13, that is in another just 2 years, the sales of this company increased from 360 crores to 1,077 crores. In December, on 19 December 2011, Ms. Sasikala is expelled from the party by Ms. Jayalalitha. As you know, Shashikala is a very close associate of Jayalalitha, was and still is. But for a brief while, she was expelled from the party and from the residence of Ms. Jayalalitha, where she was staying. So on 19 December, she is expelled. But 3 days before that, these 9 companies which indirectly control Midas Distilleries, their directors are changed overnight, 3 days before she is expelled. And instead of Shashikala and her relatives, Mr. Cho Ramaswamy is brought in as a director in all these companies. Shashikala is inducted back by Ms. Jayalalitha in 2012, in March 2012, and sure enough, immediately after that, Mr. Cho Ramaswamy disappears from these companies and Shashikala and her relatives are back. Clearly, these are Benami companies owned by Miss Jayalalitha. There is little doubt that these are Benami companies owned by Miss Jayalalitha through and held through her associates like Shashikala or for a brief while through Mr. Cho Ramaswamy. This scam, the alcohol scam, I am just using this as one example because we have all the documents and all the evidence that we have collected on this. I am sure that this is the case across the board in the state. During the DMK time, there were also two companies, one called Elite Distilleries, owned by Mr. Jagat Rakshakan, who is a DMK MP and his family, and another company called SNJ Distilleries, which is owned by one gentleman called Jay Murugan, who produced two films of Mr. Karunanidhi. Now the revenues of these two companies, Elite Distilleries increases from 0 in 2007-8 to 712 crores in 11-12, that is during the DMK's regime. SNJ Distilleries increases from 0 in 2008-9 to 940 crores in 11-12 in a period of just 3 years. So you can see that this also has the Midas touch or had the Midas touch. Of course, their revenues decreased after the Anna DMK government came. So when the governments change, the cronies change and the patronage of the government shifts to their cronies. But we have this gentleman called Mr. S. Vaikunta Rajan, who owns this VV Minerals. Now, as I said, VV Minerals used to own, it had set up this, Mr. Vaikunta Rajan had set up this company called Midas Distilleries. And he transferred it to Shashikala in 2009. Shashikala threw a maze of companies in 2009. And she was allowed to have this golden goose by this gentleman. Now this gentleman runs a company called VV Minerals, which is involved in huge illegal sand mining as reported by the collector of Tuticorin about a year and a half ago. This sand contains very, very valuable precious stones. It contains very, very valuable minerals and are believed to contain large quantities of thorium, which is a very, very valuable mineral. After the report of that collector, an inquiry was constituted. We were supposed to get an inquiry because it became a matter of a public scandal. So Ms. Jayalalitha had no option but to order an inquiry into the matter. Of course, it was an inquiry ordered through the collector himself, through the revenue secretary. But more than a year has elapsed since then, and we have not heard of any report. It's obvious that no report will come, or even if a report comes, it will be a whitewashed job. Because when you have such close connections, and this golden goose has been passed on, or this Midas Distilleries has been passed on by this gentleman to Miss Jayalalitha, obviously nothing is going to happen to him. And this gentleman apparently has become so powerful that he has thrived during the DMK regime, thriving during the Anna DMK regime, and therefore I said he is perhaps the Reliance or the Ambani of Tamil Nadu. So the country is faced with this kind of choice. It's a choice between Tweedledee and Tweedledum, between the frying pan and the fire, between the devil and the deep sea. Ultimately, the control, as I said, remains with those same corrupt corporations which control these parties. The same kind of cronyism, the same kind of corruption continues. For the first time in history, we have a different kind of choice before the people. And that is the Aam Aadmi Party, which has been born out of the anti-corruption movement, which is committed not merely to providing an honest government, but which is committed to changing or rather revolutionizing the political system in this country, making democracy more participatory, making or decentralizing power, having forms of direct democracy or systems of initiatives and referendums through which the power of these elected representatives decreases and that power is transferred directly to the people.
Clarification, are you saying these liquor distilleries are owned by binamis of both Ms. Jayalalitha and Mr. Karunanidhi?
No, I am not saying Karunanidhi there. There I am saying that these are cronies of Mr. Karunanidhi. These two companies are owned by cronies. One of them is owned by an MP of the DMK. The other is owned by a producer who produced two of Mr. Karunanidhi's films or scripts that he had written in 2008 and 2010. So far as this Midas distilleries is concerned, there is considerable evidence to suggest that this Midas distilleries is owned benami, essentially by Ms. Jayalalitha, through a maze of companies which are in turn held by Sasikala. For the time when she went out of favor, Sasikala was replaced, Cho Ramaswamy was brought in. So the evidence clearly shows that these are benami companies of Ms. Jayalalitha. And if any proper investigation is ever done into this matter, that will come out.